Shout out to all my sisters out there. This is the ISUPK Las Vegas coming out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Yohana. And today every Tuesday we got our Brotherhood class, right? You know what I'm saying? Now we gonna really touch on why Brotherhood is so important, especially in today's, today's day and age where it seems like the more oppression that we go through, it seems like more of our people try to create a camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? You got all Black Lives Matter. You got all, all of these different so-called Black movements, all these so-called different Hispanic movements that tries to pull Blacks and Hispanics closer together, but they always crumble down. There was always something that gets exposed about them. For example, you know what I'm saying? Like you see Black Lives Matter is run by a bunch of Salakia lesbians. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like they promote abortion and promote. It's really just one big feminist group. You see what I'm saying? It's not really about Black unity. It's about Black female unity, really. You know what I'm saying? It's about uplifting Black women. You see what I'm saying? And the only way that we truly gonna have brotherhood is if we uplift Black men. You see what I'm saying? Because that's where order truly starts. Order starts with the man, with the Most High, of course, then Christ. But under Christ, men have to come together and turn back into the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, or else we gonna be doomed in this place. You know what I'm saying? But with everything going on out here, we got, we got coronavirus running rampant. We got these true terrorists out here, storming the Capitol. All of these things are unfolding before us. We need each other more than ever. It's important that it's absolutely imperative that we stick together more than ever. You know what I'm saying? Because you look to your left, you look to your right, you know what I'm saying? This place is burning, man. You know what I'm saying? This place is burning all the way to the ground. And now more than ever, Black people need each other. Go ahead, read that scripture. We got it nice and loud.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 10.
It's Ecclesiastes, not us. Just for the people that's watching. No. You said what? Just for the people watching. Go ahead.
For if they fall, that one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, but he hath not another to help him up.
Go ahead, read that from the top one more time.
For if they fall,
go ahead.
The one will lift up his fellow.
So if you fall and you have brotherhood, you have righteous brothers by your side, and you fall, you need help, you got some type of issue going on. Read that part one more time. At the one.
The one will lift up his fellow.
It's gonna be a brother right there to lift you up. You know what I'm saying? Out of that hellhole that you went, out of whatever issue you have going on. Go ahead, read that. Go ahead, continue.
But woe to him that is alone when he falleth.
Read that part one more time.
But woe to him that is alone.
But woe to him. What does woe mean? Anybody understand what woe means, right? Go ahead, Rock.
Death and destruction.
Death and destruction, meaning destruction unto him who falleth and has no man by his side when he falls. That's what the ISUPK is here for right now. You see what I'm saying? I can't count the amount of times, Commander Junior Yohana helped me pay my rent. You know what I'm saying? Or help me get some bread so I can get up and go to work. You know what I'm saying? Help me put gas in my tank. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is about. Because in these times, it's gonna get harder and harder out here. And guess what? It seems like it's getting a lot easier because the more our oppressor hurts, the more our oppressor goes through turmoil. You know what I'm saying? With this coronavirus and all this other stuff going on, the stock markets is crashing. It seems like the more we prosper from that. You know what I'm saying? We got the bottom, and when the people at the top hurt, the people at the bottom rise. But it's no good. It's no good. Trying to capitalize off of their destruction if you don't have brothers by your side to help you do it. You see what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. It's absolutely not gonna work. It's important that we have each other because guess what? Not all of us have the knowledge in order to capitalize off of the destruction of this place. You know what I'm saying? And if you going through something and you need help getting your breath together, but you know what I'm saying, you don't got no family, you don't got no brothers or nobody by your side. When the money start coming in, what happens? Everybody want to be selfish. Everybody want to keep their money to themselves, and everybody want to, whatever they got, they don't want to help uplift you. And that's what's going on in these families today. You see a lot of Black families being torn apart because what everybody doing? Just a couple months ago, you got everybody doing the EDDs. You know what I'm saying? Getting money from EDD and getting money from here and from there, but they wasn't trying to help the people around them. You know what I'm saying? Because they lack brotherhood and they lack compassion for their people. In the ISUPK, we are the true example of what brotherhood is. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You can look in the ghetto. You see, you got people who gang bangers and you got Black Panthers and all of that. And what that's called, they have a mutual camaraderie, but they're not willing to die for each other though, like the brothers in the ISUPK are. You see what I'm saying? Like the sisters in the ISUPK are. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, read that from the top one more time for me, if you could.
For if they fall, that one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth.
Right. So if they fall, if you fall, you in the ISUPK, you got brothers who's gonna help you. You see what I'm saying? If you and we're not just talking about financially. If you fall mentally or spiritually, here in the ISUPK, you got brothers here that's going to help you. You see what I'm saying? You got brothers here that's going to give you righteous counsel. You understand what I'm saying? To get your mental state back on track. But go ahead, read that. But woe to him, go ahead.
But woe to him that is alone when he
But
falleth.
destruction to him that is alone when he falleth. Go ahead.
For he hath not another to help him up.
For he hath no one to help him up. This is the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible. And you see how unpopular this is nowadays? Depending on your brothers, depending on people. You see what I'm saying? It's frowned upon as some wicked, as some disgusting thing to depend upon your people, to depend upon each other like a family. You understand me? You see what I'm saying? You look at you see how they look at Black women today. A Black woman got to be independent. You know what I'm saying? A man got to be independent. Got to chase the bag himself and get the bag himself. What if I'm able to put my brothers on a better way of life? What if I can tell my brothers, you know what, you got that high blood pressure, you got to stop eating that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? What if I can uplift my brother when he has an issue that he's going through, and I could give him righteous counsel? And if I can't give it to him, I could direct him to a brother who can relate to his situation. That's called brotherhood, man. That's unity. That's the only way that we are going to make it and survive out of this place. Go ahead. You could go ahead and drop that and give me the book of 1 John chapter 4 and 20. We gonna get into why brotherhood is so crucial. You know what I'm saying? Because we teach brotherhood every Tuesday. You know, you see us on Facebook. We always teaching about brotherhood. But the true essence of brotherhood can only be found here in the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Honda. Get Commander Junior Honda a hand, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Get Commander Junior Honda a hand, because everybody that left the truth back then, you know what I'm saying? This has been established in 1969. All those people that left the truth and started their own thing, they didn't have brotherhood. Right. You see what I'm saying? They lacked a brotherhood. And you can always jock it up as that. Whenever somebody leaves this truth, whenever somebody turns their back on their people, anything like that, for whatever the reason is, you know why? Because they lacked brotherhood. They didn't have brotherhood. And guess what? Everything is brotherhood. Right. The way you deal with your people, the way you deal with yourself, the way you view the world it's all when you boil it down in the name of how brotherly or sisterly you are. You know what I'm saying? You're either a selfish person who has no compassion and love for your people, or you're a righteous brother that's willing to lay down your life for your people, like our King Yahushua Mashiach was. Right. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. You got that?
Mr. Kind.
Yeah, go ahead, read that. Go ahead, read that when you got it. Nice and loud.
The book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God.
Now we hear this all the time. You can't meet a person who, well, you got atheists nowadays, but you can't meet a person who doesn't say they have so much love for God. Right. Oh, I talk to God. God told me this. God told me that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And hateth his brother.
But you know what else they do? They sit up and bicker and talk down on their people every single day. You know what I'm saying? They sit up and they'll see a black man. You know what I'm saying? Like a black man will see another black man. No. Oh, look at this nigga right here. This nigga think he hard. Whoop this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a demon on our people. It's a demon on our people in the world that makes them hate their brother. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read that.
God. He is a liar.
He is what?
He is a liar.
He loved the Most High?
He is a liar.
He is a liar. Go ahead, read that.
For he that loveth not his brother.
If you don't love your people, if you don't love your brother, the people who you grew up around, the people who you grew up identifying with, the people who you grew up struggling with, people who you grew up fighting with. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Whom he hath seen.
Who you see every single day. You spend your life with these people. You know what I'm saying? We spend our life with each other. George Floyd or somebody, or Trayvon Martin or whatever, somebody get killed, and guess what? We all feel that same pain. You know what I'm saying? We here together. We came here on slave ships together. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much people, you know what I'm saying, you got Bloods and Crips that claim they got so much hate for each other. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when a black man get killed in the streets, black people everywhere is upset. Bro. We see each other struggle every day, and now we're trying to speak up about it. Go ahead. Go ahead, read that again from read that from the top for me, Baba Kashab.
Kind of God. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother,
go ahead.
He is a liar.
Right.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, whom he hath not seen?
How you gonna claim you love the Most High, man? You know what I'm saying? How can you claim that you love the Most High when you haven't seen him a day in your life? Hey, you really don't know nothing about him at all for your entire life. You're not in the ISUPK.
Right.
You believe in Christianity, and you can't even comprehend what the God of Israel wants from you. You know what I'm saying? But you claim you got all of this love for him. The truth is, you love yourself.
Right.
And deep down, I say this all the time. You really hate yourself. If you hate black people, you really hate yourself, which is why you're trying to be so much better than them. You see what I'm saying? If you don't hate yourself deep down, you wouldn't feel the need to try to be better than everybody. And that's honestly the truth. Because guess what? If you got love for yourself, then you'll be cool with just the way you are. You won't want to change nothing. But you find those same people that hate their people, they want to constantly look down on them. They want to constantly make it seem like they're doing something so much more than what the next man is doing or the next woman is doing. You see what I'm saying? Man, if you hate the Most High and you hate your brothers if you look down on your people, because Yahushua Mashiach, he didn't look down on his people.
Right.
Yahushua Mashiach, man, the Lord was ready to cast us all off, destroy us. And Yahushua Mashiach had enough love for us, his people, to come down here and give his life. You see what I'm saying? Because you know what the love of God is? What's that? The book of John, right? For this is the love of God that we keep his commandments. You see what I'm saying? Pull that for me, Baba Kashab. We can read that real quick. The love of God is keeping God's commandments. You see what I'm saying? And if you over here looking down on your brother, you hate your brother, you hate your people, man, guess what? You hate the Most High too. Because Yahushua Mashiach was strictly against that. He was strictly against that. Our King said, greater love have no man than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't love you got that?
Okay.
So if you don't love your people, if you're not keeping God's commandments, you really hate the Most High. Go ahead, read that when you got it. Just real quick.
The book of First John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
For this is the love of God. You don't love God if you don't do this right here. Go ahead.
That we keep his commandments.
That we do what?
That we keep his commandments.
That we chase a bag?
That we keep his commandments.
That we try to be better than the next person?
That we keep his commandments.
That we keep his commandments. That's what love is according to the Bible. That's what perfection is. Keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And if you're not doing that, you don't have no love for the Most High. And chances are you hate your people. Chances are you really hate your people. And that's why our job as priests and prophets in here. You know what I'm saying? You see us out here, we come in this truth. That's why our job is to go out and tell our people their transgressions. Because guess what? What we're doing, say it. Somebody say it. What are we doing by going out there and telling our people their transgressions? Go ahead.
We're showing them love.
We showing them love, but put it real simple. What are we like? Literally, what are we doing to them? Sisters, no. Go ahead. We waking them up, but those are all excellent answers. Maybe it's just me, because I know I got my word in my head. What we're doing is we're correcting them. We are giving them righteous correction according to the Bible. Because guess what? I don't give a damn what you might think is right or what you might think is right. Guess what? When it comes down to what man thinks in their own head, what's that called? Opinion, right? It's called opinion when you think something should be done the right way, or you think something should be righteous or unrighteous. When guess what? The only person who can say something is right and something is wrong is the Most High.
Right.
So by us going out there telling our people, God said not to do this. God said not to do that. The Most High said not to do this, not to do this, but to do this though. We're correcting them. We're telling them that they're wrong. And guess what that is? That's called love. We're showing them brotherhood. Correction is brotherhood, and it is our duty as priests and prophets to continue to show brotherhood wherever we can. wherever we able to do it. You know what I'm saying? We show our people brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? You got young men coming in here. That worldly person is getting torn down, and we're building up a. You hear the Ottomanians say it all the time. We put in the righteous brothers in here, because that's the word. That's where it all starts with. We put in the righteous brothers. Somebody that's going to be a brother to their people, a superior brother to their people. That's going to tell them their transgressions. Go ahead, give me the book of give me Isaiah 58:1.
58.
Con Isaiah 58 verse 1. We gonna
Okay.
show you that correction truly is brotherhood, man. And like I said, if you don't correct your people, you really have no love for them, because guess what? You know, you come up in here, you know that the Lord will kill them for that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to kill our people if they don't change their life, man. They're gonna die in their iniquity.
Right.
So it's love and it's brotherhood to go out there and give them that harsh counsel and to raise up our voice like a trumpet and tell them, man, you're being wicked. You're being absolutely wicked. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, you got that? Read that when you got it.
Okay. The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud.
You hear this? Cry aloud. Go ahead.
Spare not.
Spare not. Don't spare nobody, regardless what their situation might be, regardless who they might be. Spare not. Go ahead.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And do what?
And show my people their transgression.
And show them what?
Show my people their transgression.
Show my people their transgression. Show them why they're wrong, according to my word.
Right.
To hell with what the white man say. You know what I'm saying? You got white people out here. They gonna tell you what they gonna screw into our mind what's right and what's wrong. You feel me? That's what they're going to do, because they want us to live according to their ways. They want us to live our life according to what they say is right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we have to go out there and tell them to hell what these devils say is right and wrong. Don't break the law or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But follow the Most High first. Put down the white man. Think about it. Babylon, this place, modern day Babylon here in America, is built. It's built just to get you to turn away from the Most High. Everything about it is just built to get you to sin. You know what I'm saying? They put bacon and pork chops up as a delicacy. Pork, lobster, crab, shrimp, it's all a delicacy. You know what I'm saying? Get octopus. You know what I'm saying? It's all considered a delicacy. Give me any unlawful food here in America is considered a delicacy. Damn, frog legs are damn near considered a delicacy now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Anything that's wicked, they love, and they try to push it upon upon the Lord's chosen people. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it's important that we go out there and we tell them, man, to hell with that. Fried chicken is a delicacy. You see what I'm saying? Salmon is a delicacy. You know what I'm saying? Any all the lawful foods, all the clean foods that don't eat that's not the bottom feeders of the ocean, the bottom. You know what I'm saying? We are clean people unto the Most High. We should keep it that way, and we should turn back to the Most High and follow His laws. Go ahead, read that for me one more time.
You want it from the top, sir?
Kind of read that from the top, Baba Bashar.
Okay. The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. And
you see, it shows you exactly who he's talking to. You know what I'm saying? So it's no confusion as to who has to follow these laws. Just like a parent. You want to say something, sis?
Sir, can we also use this as one of the precepts when they always say God love everybody, God after? I mean, this particular verse, it says, that we showing it to His people and to.
You talking about if I may? You talking about this particular scripture right here?
Yeah, could we use this if somebody was saying, "Oh, well, God love everybody"?
Well, I wouldn't use this to express that God only loves the house of Jacob. I would use it to show who God's people is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you want to show that you can use it as a precept if you explain it just as a piggyback, like, yeah, the Lord's people is Israel, and It says, Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated, and he have not dealt so with any other nation, all of that. And then it's scriptures like this that goes to show. And then look right here. Even when he's giving orders to people, he always says the house of Jacob. You know what I'm saying? It's more like a piggyback scripture. You know what I'm saying? If you're explaining something, bringing something down to people. Give me the book of I believe Ezekiel 3:18. That's a scripture. That's a scripture that shows us too that we have to be brotherly. Our entire duty here, as priests and prophets, you know what I'm saying, is to be brothers to our people. It's to be righteous brothers to our people. It's to love our people. That's the entire point. When you really boil it all down, we have. It's not a want. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You don't have to come in here and be a priest and prophet. You know what I'm saying? You could just be a student and learn. But if you want to do the work of our King Yahushua Mashiach, you absolutely have to tell your people their wickedness every chance you can. Any chance you can. You know what I'm saying? You got that?
Okay.
Go ahead, read that when you got it.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 18. When I say unto the wicked,
so if I'm speaking to the wicked, go ahead.
Thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning.
So you know what I'm saying? So you know somebody is doing wrong, right? You see somebody sitting there, every time you see them, they smoking or something. Every time you see them, they smoking a cigarette or rolling up some weed or, you know what I'm saying, anything like that, right? And go ahead, and you do what?
And thou givest him not warning.
So you don't warn them. You just see him and whatever. He ain't gonna listen anyways. I ain't even gonna waste my time. You know what I'm saying? I don't even feel like arguing. You know what I'm saying? You do something like that. Go ahead.
Nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way.
You're not gonna tell him, hey man, according to the Bible, according to the Most High, we're not supposed to be doing that, man. You gotta put that down. You gotta come to class. If you need help putting that down, man, you gotta come to class and you put that down. That shit gonna give you cancer anyways. It's gonna kill you anyways. It's turning your lungs black anyways, man. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be doing that. Go ahead.
To save his life.
Because it's gonna save his. You tell him something that will save his life, man. That's what a brother's gonna do. To be brotherly is to try to save your people's life, man. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to see your people. You don't want your people to die, and you know they'll die if they're not obeying the word of the Most High, right? They're going to die eventually. They might not die today or tomorrow, but they're gonna die in their iniquity if you don't help them. We're here to raise up the dead. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
Okay, look, you didn't warn him. You saw what he was doing. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? You didn't want to tell him he was wrong or nothing like that. He's still gonna die in his iniquity, but what?
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
His blood is gonna be on your hands. You know why? Because you know better. Think about it like this. It's kind of like you got two siblings, right? One older, one knows better. You got a younger one, right? You know your parents have told y'all not supposed to be sitting here, I don't know, jumping on the couch or something like that, right? Now you see him jumping on the couch, you know your parents want to be home, but you're just watching him like, oh, he don't know, but I ain't even gonna tell him. You know what I'm saying? Your parents get home, he still get fire torn to his behind, right? You know what I'm saying? But then they look at you like, hold up, you just sitting here watching him do this? You know what I'm saying? He's sitting here, whatever it is he might be doing, you didn't correct him because you are seasoned.
Right.
You know better. You're older. That's why when someone comes in new to this truth, we call them young men, because the men that been here are older. You know what I'm saying? We might not be older physically, but spiritually we're older because guess what? We've been following the Most High for longer.
Right.
That's where the term young man comes from, because you come in here, you're like a baby, and we're breaking down everything you might have learned, everything grandma might have taught you, everything mama or daddy might have taught you. We're saying to hell with all of that, because now we're going to show you what the Most High wanted to teach you. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it's our job to tell you and correct you and warn you that, hey, what you're doing is wrong. And that is brotherhood. And that's what separates the ISUPK from these other fake Israelite groups. That's right. What separates the ISUPK from these other gang members out here. That's what separates the ISUPK from any other organization. You see what I'm saying? Because they have the camaraderie of saying they are down for the same thing. Now we're gonna be down for the same thing, and we're gonna help each other grow to prove that we are down for the same thing. It's a huge difference, and it's important that we express that love to each other whenever we can. You know what I'm saying? because you think about it like this, like you got in today's day and age, you know what I'm saying? We got black people who grow up angry, really. I know when I was in the world, I was angry. I grew up fighting all the time. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? And you don't really know why you don't even know why you're angry, but it's something in your spirit that makes you angry. Like I don't know if any of y'all caught that that lecture Dr. Juan did on depression. I don't know if any of y'all caught that. That's a powerful breakdown. You know, y'all should go to ISUPK California's page and check that out. But he did a powerful breakdown on depression and showed, according to America's research, this oppressor's research, every 14 seconds somebody kills themselves. Every 14 seconds someone kills themselves because they're depressed. They don't know why they're depressed. Most of the time when someone's depressed, they don't know why. And if somebody is depressed, they'll usually get over it because they know why they're upset. You see what I'm saying? But every 14 seconds, somebody kills themselves. You see what I'm saying? Because their brain cannot take the mental trauma. They can't take the spiritual trauma of feeling like something isn't right, feeling like something's wrong, feeling like they hate the world. You know what I'm saying? Whatever things they might be going through in their life. And that's where the priests and prophets of the ISUPK come in.
Right.
Because we're going to save our people from that depression. And we're going to help our people escape from that oppression. You don't have to feel the oppression of this world anymore if you under here in the Commander General Honey. Right. We're not going to allow it. You're not going to be sitting up hungry, bills not paid and all of that. If you here under the ISUPK and the Commander General Honey, you know what I'm saying? I can't count the number of times I was like, damn, I got a slave. Damn, I got no bread. Damn. And you know why it's so wicked? Because we've been groomed to be so independent that you damn near don't even want to ask for help. Knowing your brother's gonna help, you damn near don't even want to say, you damn near don't even want to say, Salakia, any brothers could send me, you know what I'm saying, 10 real quick so I can shoot to the slave. The Christianity and the wickedness of our the oppression we suffer makes us almost not even want to reach out and do that. And guess what? That's why we have brothers that's gonna make sure you do that. And they find out, guess what? Now they're checking you because nigga, how dare you sit here and starve? How dare you sit here and lose your slave because you didn't want to ask for money? How dare you sit here with your lights off? Why didn't you say something, huh? And it's righteous correction because we don't suffer. We're not supposed to suffer the oppression in this place if our brothers can help you. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes hell, everybody going through it. Nobody got it right now. You feel me? But more often than not, it's a brother out there that can help you. And guess what? You're the wicked one if you're not going to reach out and ask for help because you're rejecting the love of your brothers and sisters, man. Literally, that's what you're doing. If you're sitting here struggling and you know those people that love you that would hate to see you like that, it'll literally hurt them to see you that way. If you're not going to ask for help, you're the wicked one for turning your head away from that help. Real talk. And it's something that we all gotta get over eventually. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting over it, like, man, that's some real shit. Like, excuse my French, like you're wrong for not asking for help. If you know it's brothers that's willing to help you, you should ask. That's what we're here for, to help each other. You're not gonna let me do my job and help? You had better ask me for my help and let me help you. You know what I'm saying? Make me feel like I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Make me feel like I'm using the same with counsel. If you need to talk about something, make me feel like I'm learning and using my wisdom to something right, something righteous. Let's uplift each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of demons under the rug that have to be picked up and swept out. And that's one of them. Not being willing to ask your brothers for help when you seriously need it. I can't think of the amount of times I witnessed something. You know what I'm saying? Or a brother might be going through something. And it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure y'all heard stories I'm sure y'all heard stories where somebody might have, I don't want to say killed themselves or something like that, but somebody literally got put out their house or something like that. Or somebody went crazy or whatever the case might have been. And it's like, damn, that brother could have, or that sister could have used counsel. If only they see counsel, man. If only they was in the ISUPK and they was able to get counsel on that. You know what I'm saying? I see it all the time. Y'all something to say, sis?
So like you said, just to what you're saying is just reminding me of when we had Commander General Yohana on Saturday. They were talking about the black sheriff who realized that this was a big lie he was living.
Kind of what Slack just I believe somebody at the door. I just got a text.
Oh, wow.
And he killed himself when he understood
Right.
what he was doing was wrong because he was doing it to his own people and stuff.
Come.
That man killed himself, and I kept thinking, and then Commander General Yohana said it. You know, it's a sad thing that
Right.
he
Absolutely.
didn't come to the UPK. You know, because it's like when you find the truth, it'll make you free, right? And so he was free, didn't realize he was free, and he killed himself.
Exactly, and that's a tragic thing that happened. You know, here in the ISUPK, we don't rejoice over no brother's death. You know what I'm saying? That brother was a sheriff. I heard about that. You say he was a sheriff, correct?
He was a sheriff. He had been in the military,
Right.
and then he was a sheriff, and he was high ranking. He had
Right.
all these high
He
marks.
been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
And what happened was that brother realized the systematic racism that was going on, and realized that he'd been supporting it for so long, and he didn't want to be that person. But he realized, hey, I've been doing this for so long. How many brothers have suffered because of what I've done? And he didn't know where to turn to seek help. He didn't know where to go to get that help. And that goes back to that scripture, and it was at the book of Ecclesiastes, right? Where it said, woe unto him who falleth and have no man beside him when he falleth. Destruction unto him. You see what I'm saying? And that's a perfect, excellent example of that. Because that brother realized his fault. He fell, and he had nowhere to turn. The ISUPK is that place to turn for all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're going to be there for our people. We would have been able to tell that brother, man, hey, it's never too late to turn to the Most High. It's never too late to turn and help your people. Don't even sweat the thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't even sweat the things you did. Get in all black. You know what I'm saying? And we would have been able to forge that brother into a true brother, a follower. You know what I'm saying? A true follower of Christ. You know what I'm saying? These Christians claim they followers of Christ. We would have been able to help that brother fight against the very oppression he's been helping for all his life. You see what I'm saying? But that's a tragic thing that all of that happened, and that brother eventually killed himself because he couldn't take it, and he couldn't accept the fact that he was helping. You see what I'm saying? Where was we at?
We just read Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18.
Con, go ahead, get that one more time for me, Baba Rashad.
All right, God. When I say unto the wicked,
Right.
thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way.
So if you know better, if you in here and you know better, and you don't direct your people to the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana, if you don't say, hey man, what you doing is wrong, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you a trooper or a young man. I can't teach you. I can't tell you too much, you know what I'm saying? I'm not ordained to speak yet. But come to class. Call this number right here. If you care, that's warning them. That's saying, man, the Lord would kill you for that. I can't break down so many scriptures to you, but here, take this, call this number right here. They'll get you right. Keep reading.
To save his life.
To save his life, man. This is your brother. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your physical brother or whether it's another black man or another Hispanic man or another Native American Indian man, it's your brother. It's your sister, man. And you didn't want him to save their life. Guess what? Go ahead.
The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
He's still going to die in his iniquity. Still. It's going to happen. It's going to eventually happen. Go ahead.
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
And his blood is going to be on your hands. Because you knew better and you didn't have enough love for your people to tell them. Knowing that, hey, this is what fake Israelites don't understand. Knowing that you're an Israelite is like it's like the tip of the iceberg. That's nothing. I don't care that you know you're an Israelite. You're not helping your people.
Right.
Christ didn't come here Christ didn't come here and just be like, well, I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? I'm the Most High Son. I'm gonna just live my life. You know, he could. You know, easily he could have did that. Could you imagine if Christ didn't die for us? If Christ didn't come here and try to warn the wicked, try to warn us of the things we were doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Christ didn't come here and say, I'm an Israelite. As long as I know, that's the biggest thing in life. That's the biggest knowledge I can have. No, he came here to warn his people, man. If you're not here to warn your people of their ways, man, you're not doing nothing. I don't care that you know you're Hebrew Israelite. That means nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the world, they'll see I'm wearing this. They'll say, "Oh, that's so Most High Christ." You know what I'm saying? Oh, where you get that? I know we Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? They'll get excited and do all of that. No sweat. Come to class. You know, that's the killer right there. They can't even come to class. They can't even give you the time of day because really they care about themselves. And when they find out they're Hebrew Israelites, they feel uplifted. And that's all that matters to them. That's as far as they're willing to go, the tip of the iceberg. They're not trying to get the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole thing. What's the name of it? The whole iceberg, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about that. They don't care about going and doing the work of the Most High, trying to fight, doing the same work that our King Yahweh Mashiach did, raising up their people and turning them away from their wicked ways, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about that. They care about themselves, which is why I see on Facebook all the time, man. Like, I argue with some of these cats sometimes just to, you know what I'm saying, just because I have the time to, like, they'll see something going wrong and they say, yup, 2/3. You know, how many times you seen that? Oh, that's 2/3 right there. They're probably 2/3. Almost like they're proud. Like, I couldn't be me.
Right.
Yeah, they're eating pork and they're sleeping with whores and they're doing this and they're doing all of these things wrong. They're the 2/3. I'm not. Like, they look down, man. We don't look down on the 2/3, man. We want to save the 2/3.
Right.
If I could save every member of the 2/3, I will. If I can give my life to save every member of the 2/3, I will. You see what I'm saying? Because here in the ISUPK, man, we don't look down. We don't look down on anybody that's doing wrong. And guess what? You know what? Because, go ahead.
Because at one point we was doing wrong.
Exactly. You took get up, brother. You said priest Pop. You said the word God is my house, man. Because at one point you were doing. What about when you didn't know you wasn't supposed to eat shrimp, crab, and lobster?
Right.
What about when you didn't know that you wasn't supposed to be out there willing to lay down your life for some set that's named after a white man any goddamn way? What about when you didn't know that and you was doing that? When you was killing your brothers because back a couple years back, he killed my cousin and I'm never letting it go and now I'm gonna kill him if it's the last thing I do. You know what I'm saying? Taking vengeance into your own hands. What about when you was like that? What about when you was a whore? You know what I'm saying? What about when you was a disgusting whore that slept with and gave out your number to every man you met? What about when you was doing it? We remember when we was doing it. And it's that reminder that we never turn back. And because we know we was doing it, it's because of that we're gonna go warn our people of their wicked ways. Because guess what? I was at that point too. Right. I was angry at the world too. I was depressed too. You know what I'm saying? It's in here who was whores too. It's brothers in here who was killers too and whoremongers too. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? We changed. If we was able to change, anybody can change.
Right.
If you was able to change, anybody can change. I'm speaking of only Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, of course. You see what I'm saying? But it's absolutely imperative that we show that love to our people and have patience while we're doing it. Patience is everything when it comes to dealing with our people. Patience and forgiveness. Because you're gonna come across people, you know what I'm saying? You'll tell them that you're a Hebrew Israelite or something, you know what I'm saying? It's always this right here. You know what I'm saying? If you rock this, somebody see it in the world, what's that? What does that mean? You got the star of Molech or that's the star of David. And then now you gotta it's the shield of David, actually. You feel obligated to correct them, like, nah, it's not a star, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't help yourself. And then now is, well, what's that? And then you start breaking down to them what it is. This is a Davidah right here. King David's name in the ancient Lashon Kadash inverted. You know what I'm saying? And it was a symbol. You start breaking down everything that it is. You start breaking down why we Hebrews and all of that. And now you're the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? They start calling you the devil. You feel me? Salakia. It takes patience to deal with our people, man. Precept that it takes patience to deal with our people. Anybody? Salakia, I've been watching too many Thugline classes. Like, y'all gotta be studying, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sis.
Salakia, I can't remember the actual, but to paraphrase, it was the patience have a perfect work. Is that the one that you're talking about?
Let me see if I can pull that up. You said paraphrase one more time, sis.
I think this is let patience have her perfect work. Let patience have her perfect work.
God, that's Most High in Christ. That's in the book of James, if I'm not mistaken. Give me. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. That's the book of James, but that's a Salakia. That's not give her a hand. That's not even where I was going, but that is an excellent precept.
You want that in James?
Con, read that.
God,
Nice and loud.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 3 through 4. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, but let patience have her perfect work.
Look, read that from the top one more time.
God. Verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Look, the trying of your faith worketh patience. Patience in every sense of the word. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? You're trying to build up enough brothers for our King Yahushua Mashiach to come back. So like, yeah, let me correct that, because you know that we're not waiting on our King to return, right? He's waiting on us.
Right.
That's biblical. We're not sitting here waiting on the Most High to say, to finally say, okay, they've had enough. No, the Most High is waiting on us to get our situation together. He waiting on us to turn back to him and say, I don't want to be here anymore. That's what we're not waiting on the Most High. But guess what? Read that again.
God. Verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Man, it takes patience to do this work. You know what I'm saying? You coming up against brothers, you know what I'm saying? You at camp, you got brothers coming up and flicking you off and saying F you and calling you all type of B's and, you know what I'm saying, H's or W's, whatever, you know what I'm saying all type of wickedness to you. And that old man want to go out there and knock their teeth down their throat. You see what I'm saying? We're not no cowards in here. We will defend ourselves, but guess what? We're not out there to defend ourselves against every brother that come up against us. We out there to warn the wicked and prophesy into the wind. So it takes great patience. You see what I'm saying? Give me another precept on patience.
That's a lot. Did you want the rest of that?
Oh, yeah. Read verse 4 for me.
Verse 4. But let patience have her. But let patience have her perfect work.
But let patience have her perfect work. Because guess what? You can sit there, you can argue with a brother, you can argue with a sister trying to break something down. Guess what? Have patience, man. Because guess what? In due time. If you have patience, then in due time, they might look back on that conversation like, man, what's that nigga saying? You know what I'm saying? We Hebrew Israelites. They might start studying for themselves and find out it's the truth. If you have patience, you know what I'm saying? If you really love your people enough to have patience, go ahead.
That ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Because guess what? If you have patience, if you have faith in the Most High and have patience, then you'll know that when you go out there and you tell your people that they were wicked, guess what? You know that you did your job. You know that you following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and that is perfection. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High is perfection. You know what I'm saying? Not convincing every single person. Like you didn't fail if you try to tell somebody that y'all was, you know what I'm saying, the truth, that we supposed to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and they don't listen to you. You didn't fail. You did your job. And guess what? The scripture said they're still gonna die in their iniquity. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead, drop that. Give me any other precepts on patience. Because having patience for your people is biblical.
So, like, what was that in Revelations? The patience of the saints.
Pull it up. We're gonna get patience, man. We gonna show you why it's so important to have patience with your people. Yeah, go ahead. You can read that nice and loud when you got it. I don't believe that's the context that I'm talking about right now, but let's get it anyways to make sure.
Well, so if I may, it's Revelation chapter 14, verse 12.
Go ahead, read it. Nice and loud.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahushua.
Okay, this scripture, if I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying? This is more talking about having patience overall. You know what I'm saying? Having patience overall in the sense to where I'm gonna do the work and I'm gonna wait patiently.
Right.
until the work is done. I'm saying patience in the sense of having patience for your people that's ignorant, that want to say the hell with you and want to might flat out disrespect you or want to fight you or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Might curse your name. You know what I'm saying? Hey, slap you right across your face. Hint, hint. Go ahead.
Now, if I may, though, but it's like the patience of the saints, though, like part of the patience that the saints have is having that brotherhood, though, because
Absolutely.
it's the saints have the understanding that, if I may, the saints have the understanding that, you know, to provoke Yahushua or the Most High to send Yahushua back in the first place is to maintain that brotherhood and whatnot. So that still doesn't apply in that context.
No, it applies, but I mean, like, when I say precept, I'm speaking like directly. Like, give me okay. Let me say this. Give me a precept on a situation that shows that not turning your back on your people when your brother might disrespect you, having that type of patience. Show me how that's biblical. Let me give you one. Give me the book of give me the book of Proverbs 16-32. We gonna show patience, because like I said, you're doing this work. You know what I'm saying? But what will happen? Your whole family will turn against you. Your entire family will say you are the spawn of Satan. You in a cult. You know, now you in a cult, and now you're the devil, and now you all of this and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It takes patience to not get angry, because guess what? You know you just showing them love. You know, you loved it enough to want to teach this to them. You see what I'm saying? And it takes patience to not come at them with the same energy they coming at you with. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. You got that, or Con, go ahead, read that from me. You got it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 32.
Con.
He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty.
He that is slow to anger. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man, these cats in the world, they are quick to anger and quick to wrath. You see what I'm saying? They are quick to hear something that goes against their so-called belief, and they're willing to kill you over it. Our business was killed by Muslims because we were speaking the truth of the Most High, and they hated it. And guess what? What were they? Go ahead. Read it from the top.
Okay. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty.
They weren't slow to anger. You see what I'm saying? But he that is slow to anger, you come in here, we're going to teach you how to be slow to anger. You know what I'm saying? Because coming up in oppression, we all had that temper in the world. You know what I'm saying? We all had that temper that make us willing to damn near be physical over what we believe. You know what I'm saying? But you come in here, we're going to show you how to be patient, slow to anger. You see what I'm saying? Drop that. Give me the book of James 1:19. Yeah, give me the book of James 1:19. These are precepts and examples on how to be patient. Go ahead, sis. You got something you want to?
I just want to know, is 2 Peter 1:5-7, is that the patience also that you're talking about?
That's when Peter was. Let's get that really quick. You said 2 Peter.
It was 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 5-7, and they're little short ones.
Well, go ahead. Read that. Read James first. Baba Rashad. Nice and loud when you got it. It's a lot.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
You hear that? Let every man be quick to hearing, slow to speaking, and slow to wrath, man. That's called patience. Because guess what? You coming in, and guess what? Whenever you learn something, what's the first thing you want to do? Black people want to do. You know what I'm saying? Hispanics. First thing you want to do when you learn something is go tell the world. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I didn't learn something. Now I ain't know a damn thing. And I didn't learn something now. I'm smarter than everybody. Nobody can tell me anything. No one else knows this information. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have the ranking order that we have. Because the ranking order is brotherly. Because guess what? as much as you might have learned, you still know nothing. And that's why you have to be ordained in order to teach by the priests and prophets of God. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't just hear that you're a Hebrew Israelite and think you just go out there and battle every damn body. Because they're going to come at you and say, well, you know, first John 3:16 said that God loved everybody. God so loved the world. And if all you heard was we God's chosen people, how you're not going to know how to combat against that. And then guess what you do? You give the truth a bad name. If you learn from the ISUPK, because we're not affiliated with the Hebrew Israelite group, but if you're learning from the ISUPK and you say, I'm learning from the ISUPK and this is this, and then you go out there, you get cut by some wicked Christian. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and get cut by some wicked Christian, then you make the school look bad by doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important. Hey, what is that? That's brotherhood. To honor the rank, to honor the order, and to honor the protocol, most importantly. You see what I'm saying? You hear that, okay, I'm not ordained to teach yet. I'm not going to speak. Read that one more time.
Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear.
Swift to hear, quick to listen first. Go ahead.
Slow to speak.
Slow to speak. And what else, most importantly?
Slow to wrath.
And slow to wrath, most importantly. Because nothing but hate comes with this. Nothing, this truth right here, this knowledge, hate comes with it. Pain comes with it. It's hard. It's nothing easy about this work. It might, it might be for you, might be for some brothers, but for the most part, if you have a temper, or you got demons, this is very difficult work. It's hard to get up in here. Ask my nigga Iraq, man. Ask my nigga Iraq, man. That brother went through absolute hell. But guess what? That's one of the strongest brothers I've ever seen in my life. Give it a rocking head, man. Every time I see this, hey, it's a lot. Give that brother a real hand. Give yourself a hand, man. Every time I see this brother Iraq, man, I'm just like, damn. I'll be damned if I'm not as strong as that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's inspirational, and that's what it's about. Each one teach one when it comes to this brother, to this truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody who went through what this brother went through to get up in here. You see that? And when you have brothers who come in and they endure what they endured, guess what it does? It raises the bar. Because guess what I don't want to hear? I don't give a damn what you went through. If it's not as bad as what Iraq went through, I don't give a damn. If you're not gonna endure it, you just weren't meant to be here. You don't want to be here. You were not chosen for this. You were not strong enough for this. You didn't have the patience for this. You see what I'm saying? You didn't have the patience for this. You really raised the bar. And guess what? Even if somebody does go through something worse than what you went through, now they raise the bar.
Right.
And what that does is that strengthens everybody around you. Everything is brotherhood. You showed everyone what brotherhood is by doing what you did. You see what I'm saying? Get this brother a hand, man. You really showed what brotherhood is by doing what you did. You see what I'm saying? Because when one brother shows an amount of strength or an amount of weakness, what it does either makes everyone else stronger or the weaks are weeded out.
Right.
So everything just strengthens this school. Just strengthens this army under Christ. You see what I'm saying? Give me Peter. You know what I'm saying? Give me the book of Peter. How often shall my brother trespass against me? Give me that. Baba Gashad. So like just paraphrasing the course, but I'm sure y'all know exactly where I'm going. But this is as plain as it gets when it comes to patience with your people, man. You see what I'm saying? You gotta have patience with each other if we're gonna do this work. It's absolutely imperative. It's absolutely imperative that we learn how to turn the other cheek. Christians would tell you that that's such a literal scripture. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if someone attacks you, you're not supposed to fight back. You're supposed to turn the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? Now you're sitting there with two black eyes. You know what I'm saying? You got hit in one eye, you turn the other eye. Now you got two black eyes because you're unlearned. You see what I'm saying? That's not what that scripture is talking about. That scripture is talking about when it comes to your people, forgive your brothers, man. Turn the other cheek and let it go. Because guess what? You know what you are? You're better. You know better. So it's not on the wicked to turn the other cheek. It's not on the wicked to apologize, really. It's on you to let it go. It's on you to let it go and love your people, because at the end of the day, and I say this every time I speak, the white man is to blame for everything.
That's right.
Blame the white man for everything. If I go outside right now and one of my brothers shoot me, I'm gonna say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You see that? And I'm dead serious. I'm gonna say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. If somebody come and shoot all of us right now, I'm gonna say the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You know why? Because if we didn't go through the oppression that we went through, my brother wouldn't have turned out like that.
Right.
If they didn't strip us of our culture, my brother wouldn't have turned out like that.
Right.
If they wasn't out here raping, killing, and robbing us every chance they got, my brother wouldn't have turned out like that.
Right.
They took our culture from us. They took our identity from us, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's the result. Go ahead, yo. You got that? Go ahead, read that for me when you got it.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 21.
God.
Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me?
So,
and I forgive him.
So, this is Peter, right? Who is Peter? Who is Peter? Peter's talking to Christ, right? Who is Peter the Christ?
Right-hand man.
This is Christ's second in command. You know what I'm saying? So that just goes to show you, you know, this is I'm not putting I'm not putting Commander Junior Yohana on Christ's level, but this is the General Muhammad to Commander Junior Yohana, basically the second in command. That just goes to show you how difficult it is to show mercy and patience to your people. You see what I'm saying? But that's why the scripture is so powerful. We heard it plenty of times, but you have to really think about it like that. Like, damn, this wasn't just no regular cat that walked up to Christ asking like, oh, how should I? No, this is the second in command, the right hand man to our King Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Christ in the English. You see what I'm saying? Jesus Christ in the English. And he said, man, damn, I know these are brothers and all, but God damn, these niggas is wicked. These niggas is really pushing the line, basically. Right. These niggas is really disrespecting me speaking. They spitting at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times do I gotta take this before I just turn my back? Before I just, you know what I'm saying? Before I just say that to hell with them completely. Because it's difficult. And I know we all know somebody who is like, man, I'm done with this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? You met somebody in your past. Guess what? Read that for me.
Okay.
From the top, Baba Shah.
Okay. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Till 7 times?
How often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? How often shall my brother... Give me some examples of your brother sinning against you or trespassing against you. How often shall my brother sleep with my woman, for example? Give me something else, anybody. Give me an example of your brother trespassing against you. Anything. It could be anything. Go ahead, Rob.
Like your brother lying, just simply lying to you about something, whether it's big or small.
Lying to you. Killing trust, right?
Right.
Untrustworthy. Go ahead.
Using your car, never putting gas in it.
Right. Using your car and just never putting gas in the Salakia. Stealing from you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Stealing something from you. You know, how often shall my brother trespass against me, sin against me, and I just look the other way and keep being brotherly to him. Till 7 times? Go ahead.
Yahushua said unto him.
And our King, go ahead, answer unto us, right? Go ahead.
I say not unto thee until 7 times.
So he said 7 times, and this is not, numbers are never literal. He's not saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until 7 times. No, he's saying until so many times. Do I just got to put up with this until I can't take it anymore, basically? Go ahead.
Until 70 times 7.
Read Christ part from the from when he first started speaking. Baba Shah.
I say not unto thee until 7 times.
You're not gonna do it until you get tired of doing it. Go ahead.
But until 70 times 7.
Until 70 times 7, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna get tired of doing it. You're gonna be ready to break. You're gonna be ready to take ground on your brother and sister. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna be ready to completely lose it, and then you're gonna keep forgiving them. you're gonna keep walking away. And once again, the number is not literal. I know y'all, we hear this scripture all the time. You're not gonna count. Damn, look at my calculator. I'm not what's that good at math. 70 times 7. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see, ha. Yeah, this nigga. Let this nigga mess with me one more time. It's gonna be. It's biblical. 70 times 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what this is saying. That's saying you're gonna forgive your brother until you can't take it anymore. Then you're gonna keep forgiving your brother, because guess what? That's what our King did. Yahushua did it. And guess what? We should honor that and do it too, because none of us should be here. None of us have the right to be here. You understand that, right? None of us have the right to be here. You gotta almost think about it like this, like damn, because we understand that we was all born 4 generations later, and we understand the reincarnation breakdown, right? You gotta really think about it like damn, we was really living back then during the time of Christ. This is how I think about it, at least. You know, one thing that motivates me, we were living back then in the time of Christ. And he was speaking, and we turned against him. Every last one of us. Peter turned against him. Peter denied him 3 times. You see what I'm saying? His right-hand man. We all turned our backs and watched him die. Voted for his death. Every last one of us. You see what I'm saying? I'd be damned if I let him down a second time.
That's right.
I'd be damned if I let him down again, knowing what happened, because guess what? He gave his life and still didn't turn his back on. He gave his life and came back and said, I will return. Okay. Most High said I have to die for this. We all turned our back on. They all turned their backs on me, and you know what I'm saying? Took a vote, and I paid the ultimate price. Those are still my people. So if Yahushua Mashiach was able to die and not turn his back on us, there's nothing my brother can do to me that's not gonna make me forgive him, man. Right. It's not too many things under the sun that's not gonna make me be able to say that's still my brother. Don't get me wrong, you don't want to just be around somebody that's gonna shoot you in the foot every time they see you. That's not being that's just ignorance at that point. But they my brother. You got 3 toes left. You know what I'm saying? But they your brother though. Like, no, that's not what that's saying. Don't be. We're not Christians. You know what I'm saying? You can love people from a distance. You can say, all right, it's my brother. I love him. If you ever need me, I'll shoot you. Whatever you need, no sweat. But I can never be around you, because you have something up here that's not allowing you to associate with me. You're gonna keep on disrespecting me. You're gonna keep on stealing from me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to get at every rib I ever get. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna drink my Gatorade out the fridge. No, but it's serious though. And like I said, it's important that we always take that anger. You know what I'm saying? You have a brother who always angers you. You know what I'm saying? You see our people out there doing the wicked things they doing on Facebook. You got our sisters doing these weird busted challenges and all of this. You know what I'm saying? And it angers you, and it makes you. It angers me. I know it angers me. You know what I'm saying? It makes you extremely angry and upset to see if they're doing that because you know better. Guess what? Channel all of that frustration and all of that hatred and say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Every single time. Because it's biblical that we were supposed to, like, guess what? You got these, and this is how you know these fake Israelites are all Christians. Because if you say, I blame the white man for everything, we all heard, stop blaming the white man for everything. It's always a nigga like you who want to blame white people for everything. It's all we hear that all the time, right? Guess what? That's why the ISUPK is not affiliated with any other Israelite group. You know what I'm saying? Because those are people, those fake Israelites really love white people deep down. That's why they're saying that. Because and then they'll you know what I'm saying, you might come across some that try to say, well, Israel sinned against the Most High, so it was prophesied in Deuteronomy that we would go into slavery for sinning against the Most High. They try to say that. Guess what? Yeah, that's absolutely right. We're supposed to go into slavery for sinning against the Most High. But you know what they did? They went overboard. They didn't just take us to do our time. No, they said we're gonna strip them of their culture. We're gonna strip them of of every goddamn thing. Beat them down into the ground. Castrate their men. You know what I'm saying? Rape their women. Slaughter their babies. Cut off their feet when they try to run. Throw them in the ocean. Beat them and then douse them with salt water. stomp their babies' heads upon rocks. You see what I'm saying? Rape the men. Disgusting bastards, man. You see what I'm saying? They went overboard. And guess what? Because of that, it's a trickle effect, like a domino effect. All that oppression translated to us until today because we never recovered from it. We all know the story of Black Wall Street and all of those other big organizations that Black people had that we tried to come together. We tried to come together at, you know what I'm saying, and try to be together. But guess what? They wouldn't allow that. Anytime we try to come together and it's not under Christ, it fails. It's like really quick, sis. You got. Think about it. Black Wall Street, they bombed that. Nope, y'all can't have that. And then you fast forward. We got gangbanging, right? It wasn't about killing other Black men at first. It wasn't about that. It was about, damn, okay, if little Johnny is walking down the street, the KKK gonna pull up and lynch him. Let's form a community revolution in progress, Crips. You know what I'm saying? Community revolution in progress. So this doesn't happen to our people no more. Guess what? They saw that that's what was happening, and they came up against that too. The crack epidemic. Let's flood. They have crafty counsel against us. You see what I'm saying? They have crafty counsel against us. And anytime we try to have some type of camaraderie, they make it their absolute mission to destroy it, to keep us under. And that's why it will forever be safe to say that the white man is to blame for everything. If I get up right now and trip and fall on my face, I'm gonna say the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's
You know,
right.
hey, can I tell you why? Can I tell you why it's correct? Because I wouldn't even have to be here right now saying this right now for me to even got up and tripped if the white man wouldn't have went overboard. So anything that happened to me while I'm here in America, I'm gonna say the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. I fall flat on my face. You see what I'm saying? If I got any family that might pass away, the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
The fact they had to die in this wicked place. You know what I'm saying? I can be stapling a piece of paper and actually staple my finger. This is a white man tool. Now it's a white man tool. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. I don't give a damn what it is. If my light bulb go out, the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
If I crash my car and it was completely my fault, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Every single time. Blame them for everything. Don't let anything happen that you don't blame. Anything negative that happens, don't let anything happen that you don't blame them for. You know what I'm saying? Blame them for every goddamn thing.
Right.
Precept. I gotta say it. Precept. I'm gonna give it to y'all. Give me the book of Amos 1:11. We're gonna show how they went overboard. They went completely overboard with their oppression because like I said, of course we were supposed to go through slavery and all of that, right? But they made it. They said, man, we're gonna forever be at the top. I'll be damned if we just had them in chains right now and then they come out of it. Nah, we gonna use this to our advantage, and we're gonna strip them of everything, so that we may forever be at the top. And guess what? The way they did it was by destroying our men. You see what I'm saying? Beating the masculinity out of our men. And way back then, when you destroy all the men, nothing remains but the children and what? The women, right? But you see how the scripture tells you that the white man is such a snake, such a wise serpent, such a you know what I'm saying? They had crafty counsel. They thought this out, man. You see what I'm saying? They conspired against us. So they made sure that the women saw what they did to the men. And then they told the women, you make sure that the men that you raising up, your kids, make sure that they obey me. You tell them to obey master. And guess what? It's no fault to our sisters back then. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see they men get killed. They don't want to. They seen so much and experienced so much oppression. They're gonna raise their kids and tell them, do whatever master tell you. I know it's wrong, but just do it so he doesn't kill you. Do it so I don't have to see you lynched. I lost enough. And that's what happened in today's day and age. And that's why you have today, you might have your grandma, if you get pulled over by the police, do what the police is telling you. Because all the men is gone. And that's what, and our women is all that's left. Just listen to them. The police pull you over, tell you to do this, just do it. So that I don't lose my baby. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. But that's why we're here. That's why the ISUPK and the Commander Junior Yohana is here. Once again, can we get Commander Junior Yohana a hand? No, I'm serious. Can we really get Commander Junior Yohana a hand for raising up men again? Right. Teaching men to be men again. So that we can learn the law and we could defend ourselves righteously. Our women don't have to tell us to just tuck our tails. Quick story, real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm young. I just graduated high school like a couple years ago. I'm pretty sure I told this story before. You know, like, you know how it is in high school. You know what I'm saying? You got kids that teenagers that's class is kind of rowdy. You know, security guard come in to get a student, right? So you know how that go. Ooh, like everybody, you know, instigating everything. Ooh, like you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing that. You know what I'm saying? So. And then he go, shut up. Like, I don't need y'all help, whatever. You know, because, of course, the kid looking like, I ain't do nothing. Like, what's going on? And they always did. You know what I'm saying? But when the security guard said, oh, man, shut up. I don't need y'all help. No sweat, right? Whatever. It happens. It happens every day. We've seen this happen in school. The teacher, an old black woman, probably in her 60s, she said, see, that's the problem with you young kids today. Like, y'all always want to sit up and do all of that. And that's why most of y'all don't know how to listen. Because, of course, when he said shut up, you got kids still talking and stuff, right? So she defended the teacher. I mean, she defended the security guard. You got these black kids don't know how to listen. That's why you end up getting shot by the police, dead in the streets and all of this. And we like, whoa, what? You just say that because we talked back to this security guard that we deserve to die in the streets, you know? And I know plenty of people who was wrongfully beaten, oppressed by the cops. You know what I'm saying? My father was paralyzed by the police. You see what I'm saying? So I took heavy offense. I'm like, whoa. So are you saying that because she was basically saying any black man that gets killed by the police is their fault. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, so that's what you're saying? And she looked me in the eyes. She said, why don't you ask Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown if they would have rather listened rather than do whatever they did. If they would rather have listened instead of, you know what I'm saying? And I was completely angry and appalled until I eventually learned she's been oppressed. And a lot of her grandchildren and children have been murdered and oppressed. So now she's at a point to where if the white man tell you something and you don't do it and he kills you, now it's your fault. She's so angry. Our people are so, you hear how messed up that is? That our people, our grandmothers are so oppressed and so angry that now if a racist white man pulls you over and let's say you have a right to say, why are you pulling me over? You know, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you do that instead of immediately just bowing down and he shoots you, now it's your fault. It's the same thing because it trickles down. There's no men anymore, man. And that's why here in the ISUPK, we're building up men. We're building up men that's gonna teach the next generation of brothers, and the generation of old, both. Just the new generation and generation of old, how to deal with these devils. Because you got to deal with these devils a certain way so that they don't get killed. And guess what? They're not going to do anything to you if the Lord is with you. The Lord won't allow it to happen. The Lord is going to be with you. And no weapon they could possibly try to bring against you is going to be able to prosper. Commander Junior Yohana done won so many, you know what I'm saying, court cases. They're not going to bother you. You see what I'm saying? And if they do, you know you have brothers who can shoot for that bill. You know what I'm saying? Shoot for that, whatever it is you need. That's what it's about, man. Helping each other survive through this oppression and going to war to get every single Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian out of this place until we can't anymore. And until it's time for us to be hunters. Until it's time for us to put these white people into slavery for the things they did to us. Where was we? We was at Amos, right?
Amos 1:11.
Yeah, give me the book of Amos. Chapter, read that.
God, the book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
So who could break that down for me? Who want to give it a shot? You want to give it a shot, or I'll go ahead?
But basically, the Most High is saying that for all of the transgressions that Edom has had against his brother Jacob, he's not gonna he's not gonna look past or basically give him, the nation of Edom mercy. Like they're all gonna suffer and pay for what they've done to us.
That's absolutely right, because like the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68 says, you read that, it says, hey, if you keep on doing what you're doing, I'm going to send you into oppression. I'm going to send you into slavery, into Egypt with ships. That's prophesied.
Right.
But they went for 3 transgressions and then 4. Like they kept oppressing. They didn't just want to take us into the slavery and make us, be slaves and work for them. They wanted to say, nah, y'all not even gonna notice y'all Israelites anymore. We're taking y'all women, we killing y'all men, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna constantly hunt y'all. Every time you want to say something, sis?
I still like you, sir. If I may, just to piggyback on what you said, the part where it says, and did cast off all pity, they were so horrible that they actually took our skin and made shoes out of it. They wore us. On their feet. That's how severe. Feeding our babies to alligators.
My goodness, and it's such a and the water for saying that, and that just goes to show you why. Once again, man, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Don't ever think it's something wrong with us for saying we're there to blame for everything. They have so much hate towards us that they wore our skin on their feet like it's like a trophy. I caught me one. I skinned them, and this is, this is the result. Like they're proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays people want to hunt, hunt a lamb and take pictures of it. They would kill us, and they took pictures of us. You see what I'm saying? They wore us. They fed our babies to alligators, man. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely disgusting, man. Don't ever say these people are not to blame for everything. I don't give a damn what it is. I blame them for everything. You got something to say, brother?
I was just gonna say that they still do that, where they're skinning our children and just skinning our people. Period.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I had read an article a couple months ago. It's like one of those movie producers or whatever from like the 60s. He was talking about, or maybe it was in the 70s, but he was talking about how he was caught, or not caught, but he had been quoted on several different occasions on how he liked to wear black people's skin and whatnot as his belts or his shoes, all sorts of different type of furniture, because he said our skin is the most durable and also the softest.
God damn, man. You hear that?
So our bodies as leather to wear is the most durable and.
You hear that, man? These devils are absolutely disgusting, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the amount of hate they have. Look, it goes so much deeper than just hate. They don't even see us as human beings. They're like, man, these are animals who I can skin them and wear their flesh.
Right.
Like they see us as so much less than them that they will take your skin off and wear it and not think that they did a wicked thing.
Right.
That's how bad it is. That's how bad we have it with these devils, man. It's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely ridiculous, and that's why, like I said, I see my people. Like I just told y'all that story about my old high school teacher that said, "Well, you get killed by the police is your fault and all of that." I look at that and I get angry at her. Then I say, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. For even the fact that she has that mindset, she didn't give herself that damn mindset. Our people go through so much that they have to piece. It's so traumatizing. Our people have to grab pieces of everything they've been through and make something out of it and say, well, this is why right here. Because they don't have any guidance. We don't have our men to guide us anymore, man. We don't have our culture to guide us anymore, man. We don't have the Most High in our spirits to guide us anymore, man. So we lean on our own understanding as to why we are the way we are. And we come up with something based off of that. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. The fact that my people have to do that. Because you look at any other culture and they know their history. They know where they come from and they take pride in it. Guess what? The white man takes pride in slavery. The white man takes pride in everything he did to you. They want to make America great again. When it was built off of the back of slaves. That was a great time to them. That was an accomplishment. You got to think about that. It was an accomplishment. And they'll try to tell you, well, it's not about the slaves. It's not because it was slaves. It's because they still feel like they built this place. They don't see it. They don't see that black people built this place. They see it as we put in the work to go and get the black people to build this place. We deserve the credit because we wasted our boats and ships and being lost at sea to go and steal people. You know how lazy you have to be? You know how much energy you have to be in being hateful and lazy to say, I'm so lazy, I'm gonna travel across the planet. A trip that's gonna take years just to come back and have some people build something right here. You could have built Salakia, you could have built it yourself by then. You know what I'm saying? But because they see you as just work lackeys, just guess what? They saw it as a long-term investment. We're gonna always have these niggers here to live off of. You know what I'm saying? They see themselves as kings, and that's why it's so disgusting. You got something you want to say, sis?
Salakia, if I may, I shared this with General Hyman.
Come.
I was watching this movie, and I mean, it was an old movie, but anyway, the lawyer, the man got in trouble because his little girl got raped.
Right.
So when the lawyer was defending the black man, he told the jury, she said, okay, now I need everybody to close their eyes. And he starts painting this picture of all of this horrific stuff that happened to this one little girl. And at the end of his doing the talk, he says, now imagine she's white. And when he said that, everybody in the jury said, because it was an all-white jury getting ready to convict the black man because his 9-year-old daughter was taken. She was snatched up by these two white guys, and they raped her and had her hanging from a tree, and they was throwing kids, just doing all kind of stuff. But the rope broke, and she floated away. But anyway, her dad found her. But it's a Time to Kill with Samuel L. Jackson, and he was going to be charged with murder because they couldn't find nothing wrong. They didn't think he was supposed to defend his daughter. So they don't see us as human. And the only way that they could see us as human was they had to imagine that it was a little white girl.
Exactly. And what you just said was so heavy. I'm gonna have to watch that movie. That's a prime example. You see what I'm saying? Because that actually happens. If it's not somebody white, they don't see our issues as issues. It's almost like we're inanimate objects. You know what I'm saying? Like if they do something to us, then it's almost just like vandalism or something like. You know what I'm saying? You just vandalize property or someone's property or something like that. And that's all it is. Even less. We're less than that here in America. The only reason you will start to see, and you really don't even see it, the only reason you'll start to see a white man go to jail over something is because of the riots that break out. Just like Abraham Lincoln said, if I could save the Constitution without freeing a single slave, I would.
That's right.
I would.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But because he doesn't have any other choice, guess what? Now we need them to fight for us. The only way they'll fight for us is if we free. You know what I'm saying? They have to now. It's the same thing with today. Okay, black people have a decent position in power now. It's so many black athletes and movie stars and all of this that can voice such a heavy opinion now. You know what I'm saying? Black people want to spark out and right now. Okay, Lil Dylan shot up a church, killed all those people. Damn, might be the end of the road for him. Let's take him to Burger King, though. You know what I'm saying? But we have to send him to jail for the public. But let's make sure his last day is something glorious. Because even the most wicked among them is worth more than the most pure of us. Right. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if I worded that right, but I think you understand my point. You see what I'm saying? Even the most wicked among them, they have more love for him than the most pure of us. There's no love for us. It's a perpetual hatred. Give me the book of Obadiah. Let me see what that is. Give me Obadiah verse 1 and 10. 1 and 10. And read that nice and loud when you got it. We We're gonna show you that this is nothing new. We have a lot of our people that can't understand why we are oppressed the way we are. You know what I'm saying? They hated us since the dawn of time. They have always hated us. They always will hate us. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You come in here to the ISUPK and the Commander Junior 100, you will have protection. You will have protection for the men of the Lord. The Lord will be with you, and the men of the Lord will be with you. Go ahead, read that when you got it.
God, the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10.
Go ahead.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, white man, because of the wickedness, because of all the death and destruction that you brought to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Go ahead.
Shame shall cover thee.
You shall be ashamed. It's these white people are almost ashamed now. You got white people. I see white people wearing shirts nowadays say, "Oh, even white people are tired of white people's mess and all of this." You know what I'm saying? White people trying to convince black people that they're not racist, and it's at a point to where black people know enough to make white people feel bad about being the way they are, to make white people feel bad about their history, and that's why they come and bow down and kiss the boots of the true peace and prophets of the Most High.
Right.
That's why they come and they bow their face to the dust, man. They bow their face to the dust, and guess what? It takes, once again, it takes patience. Not to stomp their heads into the ground when they come and bow their heads to the dust. You see what I'm saying? And they kiss our boots because they're ashamed. Shame covers them, man. Go ahead and read that.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
And y'all shall be cut off forever. You know what's gonna happen when we all look up one day and that sky cracks open? They're gonna destroy each other. Christ is gonna destroy them. They're going into slavery. They're gonna build the same way they had us build our kingdom. They had us build their kingdom. They're gonna build our kingdom. They're gonna build our kingdom, and their oppression is gonna be the same way. The way we're gonna oppress them the same way that they oppressed us. We're gonna take their babies and dash them upon rocks. We're gonna take their babies and feed them to alligators, man. We're gonna if I could find a coliseum, and see who could see which brother could execute a white man the best way. You know what I'm saying? Black people love gambling. We gonna gamble on it. Oh, I think Iraq could. I think Iraq did 100 before. I think he gonna. You know what I'm saying? Who got the cleanest cut of their heads, man? Who could cut their head off the cleanest? We're gonna do that, and guess what? 10% is gonna go to. You know what I'm saying? To Yahweh Shai Mashiach Yahweh. It's gonna be a glorious time when they're oppressed and we're at the top of the pedestal. Right. Shame shall cover them, and eventually they will be extinct. They shall be cut off forever. They will be extinct. And all these other heathen nations that went up against us, they won't be where we at. They'll have their own regions, but guess what? They're gonna do what we say. They're gonna follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. It won't be no more Asian heathens eating octopus and all of that other foolishness, eating bats, causing you know what I'm saying? Eating bats and things of that sort. That won't happen no more. It won't be no more of that. They're gonna be eating salmon. And guess what? They're gonna be paying 10% too. Right. They're gonna be paying 10% too. Go ahead. Continue that. Go ahead. Keep reading.
You want verse 11?
Come.
Verse 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates.
So this is saying, when y'all went and y'all took the Israelites captive, and y'all carried away these strangers into y'all land. Go ahead.
And cast lots upon Jerusalem.
And y'all cast lots upon Jerusalem. Go ahead. Meaning the Jews, the people of Israel. Go ahead.
Even thou wast as one of them.
Keep reading.
But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother and the day that he became a stranger.
So when the Most High said that we would be a stranger unto him, unto Israel, and we would see it no more again, y'all shouldn't have looked down on it. Y'all should have took us into captivity and did what y'all was supposed to do. But because y'all decided to go overboard, because y'all looked down on us, bro, y'all looked upon us during the day of when we became a stranger. Go ahead.
Neither shouldst thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction.
Y'all saw that we were destroyed, and y'all rejoiced. Y'all said, "Oh, this is our chance to knock them off the pedestal." All throughout history, Israelites have been known to rule. The Lord has been known to be with them. This time, man, we're gonna take advantage of this. They rejoiced, and they had crafty counsel when they saw that we were destroyed for lack of knowledge. Go ahead.
Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
Go ahead and drop that. So you get the point, man. You get the point on why it's absolutely 100% safe to say the white man's a devil. The Bible speaks of,
Right.
and we're gonna blame them for every little thing is their fault, because when we went against the Most High, they took advantage. They took advantage of that, man, and they said, "Now's my chance. Now's my chance to put myself on the top of the pedestal." You see what I'm saying? And that's why whenever I'm speaking to a brother, I'm speaking to this brother like this is the last brother we need right here for Christ to come back. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking to this brother like this is the last one every time, taking it that serious. And when he don't hear me, I say the white man's the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
When he say he's willing to kill me for what I'm saying, says I'm in a cult, you know what I'm saying? Speaks down on me. We all watch Crossing the Line Radio. Whenever Captain Zaryak has a debate, they call them all type of homosexuals and you blow rod and all of this. They having a lot of disrespect towards him. You know what I'm saying? And he has what? Somebody say it. Go ahead, young man. Give him a hand. Keep paying attention. He has patience, man. He has patience dealing with these worldly brothers, because they're worldly brothers, regardless if they know the Israelites or not. They're in the world, man. He has patience dealing with these brothers. They sitting here saying, "Oh, you homosexual and you a B-ass nigga," and you know what I'm saying? All of this wickedness. And guess what? It'll be real easy to try to meet that energy with his own energy. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? He knows that nothing is more important than the work of the Lord. He doesn't have to try to prove that he's tough. He doesn't have to try to prove that he's, you know what I'm saying, stronger or better. Because guess what? Every time one of those debates like that happens, you know what happens? His streams get more and more popular. You know why? Because it's people who don't know anything about what we're talking about. They're watching, and they see how Captain Zaryak carries himself, and they see how this other cat carries himself, and they say, that brother right there has a lot of patience. That brother right there showed a lot of brotherhood. That's an excellent brother. You got brothers who hate the ISUPK, and you know what they'll say? Hate Commander Junior Hunter to death. Won't say nothing good about him ever. They'll say Captain Zaryak is you get what I'm saying? They'll say Captain Zaryak is an excellent brother. That's an excellent brother right there. I love a chance to speak to him. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, he isn't like the rest. You get what I'm saying? He isn't like everyone else. And Captain Zaryak will tell you, I was raised by the men above me taught me well. That's why I am the way I am. Because the men above me taught me well. They don't have no respect for the rank and order and protocol. They don't have no respect for the brotherhood, for the brothers above him that raised them. They don't think they did anything right. They think Captain Zaryak just fell out the sky. You know what I'm saying? They think he just fell out the sky and he's just in the ISUPK and he's just an excellent brother. They don't care that Commander Junior Hunter raised Captain Zaryak. You get what I'm saying? And every brother should strive to one day be as good of a speaker and a teacher as Captain Zaryak is. You get my point? But it just goes to show. It just goes to show that these brothers in the world, they know nothing. They know nothing about brotherhood.
Right.
You get my point? If they have brotherhood, then they'll be able to say, man, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for Captain Zaryak. Maybe I should have a lot of respect for Commander Junior Hunter too, but they don't, because they don't have brotherhood. They really hate their people. But when they meet somebody who they can't beat in a debate or something like that, they don't have no choice but to respect them. You get my point? You want to say something, sis?
So, like you said, you were gonna read 2 Peter for me.
Oh, Con. What scripture was it, sis?
It's 2 Peter 1 verses 5 through 7.
Con. One of you brothers get that from Barbara Shaw.
Got it.
2 Peter 1 through 5.
2 Peter 1, chapter 5, 6, and 7. I mean verses 5, 6, and 7.
Okay, verses 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah, they're just little. I hope this is.
Con, you wanted the.
You remember the patience you were talking
Oh,
about?
okay, Con, I got you. Yeah, let's get it.
Oh, God. The book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 5. And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness.
So like, let me I'm pulling up right here. Okay, go ahead. Read that one more time for me.
Come, verse 5. And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness.
Absolutely. This is an excellent precept. You see what I'm saying? Because this precept shows the order that you're going to be raised up in here. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna gain diligence, faith, in what it is you're learning. You're gonna gain knowledge. You're gonna gain patience. You see what I'm saying? This is an excellent precept for that. You get what I'm saying? Because once again, it takes all of these things to raise up an excellent brother or excellent sister. We have to literally break you down in order to build you up again. Which is why we say, any brother in the school, off limits. So like any sister in the school off limits. She used to be saluted only. She said, they're setting themselves of the world. We say those type of things because it takes time to raise someone up and to get them out of the worldly mindset. And it could take years. It could take someone's whole life if it's been beaten into them enough. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, all it really takes is one class for somebody to realize they were wrong all their life. You see what I'm saying? Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is a mind blower to this day. Such a simple, the very first story in the scripture. You get what I'm saying? Adam and Eve. Oh, the Christian breakdown on it. Adam and Eve, the first two people on the planet, already wrong. You know what I'm saying? Think about how wrong that story is. Like, it's disgusting that I even thought I believed it. Like, damn, I used to really think that it was only two people on the planet at one point. And then the woman just got snatched from his rib, and then it was made out of that. And then a snake just came and started talking to him. And they were so stupid that they believed the snake and ate an apple. It's like, man, I see, like, it's like this is a Disney Channel story right here. This is something fresh out of Disney Channel, and I believed it at one point. Like, I look back at what I thought in the world, like I don't even want nobody to know I want to start that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes all it takes is that one breakdown, that one mind-blowing thing to blow someone's mind, to make them say, man, Brock thought y'all was shy. I'll never go back to the world.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna always work to have that patience. I'm gonna always work to love my people, because I could see that in the world they had no love for me. They taught me wrong. They taught me that snakes used to talk, and you know what I'm saying? They taught me ridiculousness. And here we're teaching truth. And here we gonna forever show the truth of this Bible, because guess what? The true piece of purpose of the Bible, I have dominion over this book. This is my history book.
Right.
No one else's. And I have dominion over this. And that's why it's important for us to accept that knowledge, accept this history, and teach it to our people. You see what I'm saying? Turn back to the Most High, because who are we without him?
Right.
Nobody. None of us deserve to be here. It's the least you can do. It's a lot. You're doing a lot by doing it. You know what I'm saying? Never discredit the work of the Lord. But when you really look at it, like, damn, I really turned my back on Yahushua back then. That's crazy. Because even in the world, you grew up admiring Christ. Even in the world, the wicked admire Christ. White people admire Christ. You know what I'm saying? They think he's white and everything, but still, they admire his story. And to think that you went against that one day, none of us deserve to be here.
Right.
None of us deserve to be here. Go ahead, drop that. Give me the book of Matthew 5:39. Go ahead. We're gonna get that really quick. And once again, it's so important that we bring this out and we emphasize how important brotherhood is, because brotherhood, you know what brotherhood is? Brotherhood is the borderline between life and death for every Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. It's the borderline between life and death. Literally. Is there a brother that cares enough about this particular person to tell him the truth? If it's not, could you imagine? Could just think about the brothers out there who never heard of the ISUPK? They're facing death right now. You get what I'm saying? They're in destruction right now, and the ISUPK is that borderline. This brotherhood is that borderline, man, and that's why Yahweh Shai Mashiach said, "Greater love had no man in this, that he laid down his life for his friends, aka for his brothers, man. Greater love. There is no greater love. And there's no greater commandment than you love your brother as thyself." You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and read that when you got it.
God. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 39. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on the right cheek, turn to him the other also.
So this is another precept. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you brothers got this, sisters got this, but this is a very known precept for forgiving your people, forgiving your brothers, and channel that hatred towards your true enemy. You get what I'm, that's the point. Forgive your brother, because we all know that famous line. The whole world know that famous line. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. You see what I'm saying? It's important that we walk with that same mindset every day. Every day. Guess what? That's why the scripture says, if you warn them of their wickedness and they still turn against you, the Lord will deal with them. The Lord will deal with them personally. You don't have to take the matters into your own hands. Give me go ahead, drop that. I'm going to get that real quick. Go ahead. I got
a question about that. What does he mean by where he says that ye resist not evil?
Go ahead, read it. Read it from the top.
But I say unto you that ye resist not evil.
So don't resist evil. Meaning, for example, you got somebody who's coming to you with wickedness. Guess what? They coming to smite you on your right cheek, right? Don't battle against them. Don't match their evil. Don't resist the wickedness they're trying to bestow upon you to that extent, to where now you're battling them or you're physically, you know what I'm saying, fighting or attacking them. They disrespect you, they do something to you, turn the other cheek. Don't resist it with your, you know what I'm saying? It's like a metaphor for that. But go ahead, read that from the top one more time.
Okay. But I say unto you that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also.
So basically you swap. So basically, don't take vengeance into your own hands. That's resisting evil, right? Think about it. You got I hear brothers ask all the time, during Catholic Guard scripture breakdown. Okay, so if somebody, rape your daughter, for example, a little extreme, of course, but just because that's a breakdown I heard, and you go and kill him immediately, will you be wrong for that? Because you're resisting that evil. Yes, you will be wrong for that, because vengeance is of the Lord. Now, don't get me wrong. If you happen to do something in the act that is not premeditated, then that's another breakdown. You get what I'm saying? But taking matters into your own hands on something premeditated is wicked and wrong. You shouldn't do that. You should turn the other cheek on that situation and get your child counsel. Get yourself counsel. Get yourself help. Get your child help if something that extreme and tragic was to happen. As opposed to saying, I'm going to kill those bastards right now and no one can stop me. Guess what? Now you will mess around and die in your iniquity. But now guess what? Because you did that, now you're going to jail for the rest of your life. And now your daughter has no one because you went and resisted evil. You see what I'm saying? So that's why Christ said, don't resist evil. Think about it like this. Don't be a crime fighter. Like a literal crime. Don't be a vigilante crime fighter. Don't resist evil. We resist evil by crying aloud. That's our job, to speak against the wicked. You see what I'm saying? Not to go and try to physically take matters in our own hands, because we're in a fishing season. We're fishers, not hunters. Right. So we're supposed to be a fisher no matter what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Go ahead and Yeah, go ahead and drop that. Give me the book of John 15 and 13. Go ahead and read that nice and loud. You got it. But yeah, it's so important. You know what I'm saying? Like we teach these brotherhood classes every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? All over the world. Every Tuesday we teach these brotherhood classes, and it's important that we don't take for granted just what it means to be a righteous brother, just what it means to have brotherhood. Because when you boil it down, once again, brotherhood is everything. Everything we do, right or wrong, is all in the name of brotherhood. Any mistake we make, you look back on it, it has to do with how strong our brotherhood and sisterhood was. You see what I'm saying? We up here, we come to these classes because we love our people, because we're righteous brothers and sisters. We up here teaching classes because we're righteous brothers and sisters. We care about our people. You know what I'm saying? You take notes so you can remember, so that you can probably help yourself to help someone else one day. You know what I'm saying? Because you care about your people, because you're a righteous brother or a righteous sister. You see what I'm saying? Everything is brotherhood. Everything we do is brother is in the name of brotherhood and sisterhood. You want to say something, sis?
Salaki, if I may, I saw a show that General Muhammad did the turn the other cheek, and he was saying that if the man hit him on this cheek and there's this scar, he said in order for him not to resist the evil, he said he's not gonna show the man this side because this side is the scar, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. He said, but I'm gonna turn to him this side, which is nice and clean, and I won't think so much about killing him because of the scar he put on this side.
And that's such a powerful example of showing, like, okay, this person did this to you, but don't dwell on what you lost. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever want to dwell on what you might have lost. Look at what you still have, and say, Most High in Christ. You see what I'm saying? And forgive your brother. Look, because look at what your brother might have. He might have less than you when he decided to scar your face. You know, a metaphor, of course. When you start shit, maybe so like my language, maybe not a metaphor. Look at what he has. Look at what that brother's been through, and look at what you've been through and what you have. And guess what? You will always have more because you know better. It is not your job to hate your brother for having less and for acting the way you did or doing whatever it is you did. It's your job to say, I know better. Let me teach more of my people. Because if this brother's like that, this sister's like that, there's more of them out there that's like that. And they need help. They need my help. And I have the knowledge to help them. You get what I'm saying? And that's what it is. That's what it means to strive in this truth, to strive in this brotherhood. Because that's what Christ is about. Go ahead, read that for me when you got it.
God. The book of John, chapter 15, verse 13.
Right.
Greater love hath no man than this.
What color?
It's written in red.
This is written in red, which means what?
Yahushua speaking. This
is our King speaking. Go ahead. Greater love have no man than this. Go ahead.
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
Hey, Salakia, give me the book of give me Matthew 25 and 40 from Buffalo Shop. But go ahead, read that from me one more time, Rock.
Kind. Greater love hath no man than this.
If you really love your people, go ahead.
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
Be willing to lay down your life for your people. And that's what it's all about. And we know our King is the perfect example of that because that's exactly what he did. So we know it's possible. He came here to speak the truth of the Most High into us and then act upon it in every sense of the word. He came down here and he didn't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. He came down here, he didn't hate his brothers. He didn't try to fight his people. He didn't try to look down on his people. You see what I'm saying? All the problems we have, he came down here to experience those same issues, those same problems. He came down here to experience them, to show us that it is possible to serve the Most High in righteousness. It is possible to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? He came down here to prove it to us, man. He came down here to show us. Right. And then he said, if you love your people, lay down your life for them, man. He didn't just say that and then leave. He died for us after he said that. He died to show us that it is possible. Every commandment, every law and statute that's written in this book is possible to do it, man. And Most High in Christ, man, for the ISUPK and the Commanding General in your honor.
That's right.
Clap it up real quick, man. Most High in Christ for the ISUPK and the Commanding General in your honor. Because I know I can go to camp and be up there speaking, and it could be a mob in front of me. and I can have 5, 6, 7 men ready to die right now for this truth, ready to lay down their life right now for this truth. Shout out to the Kentucky. Hey, get a Kentucky 8 in hand. Like, can we actually give him a big hand on him? Give him a hand. Prime examples, because guess what they did? They proved it to us as well, and that's brotherhood. The fact that they went out there and they fought in the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach for this truth, they showed us that it's possible. They showed any young man out there that's seeing it. Them niggas up there faced with 30 niggas. Shoot. They tripping. They showed that it is possible to fight off that mob, man. They showed us that the Lord will. They proved that the Lord will be with you against anybody that tries to come up against you, man. They proved it. We're not just out there just speaking. No, we're gonna show you when it's time. The Lord's gonna make sure you see when it's time, man. The Lord said, "I shall return them to their face." Paraphrasing, of course, but He said, "To the wicked that's so proud and so this and that, I'm gonna repay them to their face, man." The fact they think this and they, you know what I'm saying, they think that, I'm gonna show them to their face. You know how gangster that is, man. Everybody try to act like they tough and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody try to act like they so strong and so mighty. Go ahead, up. Oh, Con. 5 minutes in. Con, go ahead. We gonna go ahead and drop that. Give me that scripture right there. And,
Verse 40, you said?
yeah, Con, 25 and 40. Matthew 25 and 40.
Con. The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40.
Go ahead.
And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
And that's what it's really about. Read that from the top for me one more time, Bobby Shah. Read it from Salakia. Read it from
Verily?
Yeah, read from Verily, Salakia.
Verily I said unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren.
So guess what? Man, we got these oppressors out here, man. We got these devils out here, man, that would look down on the least of our people. Who is the least? Give me an example of who would be considered the least of our people. Go ahead.
Our brothers and sisters that are, in the ghettos and the projects that are strung out on crack and whatnot.
Exactly. Perfect. That's absolutely correct. The brothers who's looked down upon, the brothers that's out there in the ghettos, living check to check, the brothers that's out there on the street strung out on crack, the brothers that's not strung out on crack but they homeless, looked at as dogs, looked at as worthless. White people walk past them and say, "Lil Timmy, make sure you stay in school so you don't grow up like him." You know what I'm saying? They look down on us like that. They say, "Man, don't oppress them. We have to love our people and be willing to fight and die for our people like this." Read that. If you do it to the least of my people, go ahead.
Ye have done it unto me.
You have done it unto me as well. I mean, I'm gonna fight for them and defend them the way I would myself if you came up against me. You see what I'm saying? We have to be willing to die for our people like that. That's how Christ was willing to die for his people. You see what I'm saying? That's why Moses smoked that Egyptian that he saw beating his brother. You see what I'm saying? Because he felt like it was getting done to him. He felt like he didn't have a choice. You see what I'm saying? We have to love our people to that extent and say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of for everything that might go wrong in our life, man. And we have to be better than the world. It's absolutely imperative that we be better than the world in every sense of the word in everything we do. In the way we carry ourselves, the way we speak, the way we teach, whatever, the way we cook, hell, I don't even, whatever it might be, bro. You know what I'm saying? We have to be better than the world, man, because we know better.
Right.
And with that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Rock.
Just wanted to do the security announcements or just salute out. All right, we're gonna salute out. So men of Israel, Amazon, which means to stand. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Amazon Shabbat. Amazon, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah.
We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. So men of Israel, Sar, which means to turn. Sisters Amazon, which means to stand. men of Israel. Amash Shabbat, Amash, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, in the third by Shim Yahushai. All right, with that, class dismissed.